Hello, I'm Horace Douty, pastor of the Oxford Presbyterian Church near Lexington, Virginia. I'm standing beside the church right now, and each Sunday I like to give a nature lesson, which is enjoyed by children and adults, not just locally, but all over America. Today, I want to talk about one of the most neglected food sources in this part of the world, the black walnut. Black walnut trees are everywhere in this part of the world, and they produce walnuts which, hanging on the tree, are bright green, turning to a darker green, and then when they fall, the husk generally will fall off or be pushed off and leave a dark, very hard nut, which can be cracked. When I was a child, I cracked them with a hammer, and you will get nut meats that are edible even this late in the winter. I picked these up just a few feet from where I'm standing, and the nut meat is very nutritious. And what interests me is that there are people who will starve to death not knowing that this food is abundant on the ground around them. I would estimate that in our probably a little more than an acre, slightly more than an acre of church park right down here, we have maybe as many as a dozen walnut trees, black walnut trees, and probably those trees produce 20 to 30 bushels of walnuts, all of which go to waste or are eaten mostly by squirrels and birds. Now, birds cannot penetrate the walnut, but squirrels cannot get all the nut meats out, and birds can push down in there with their beaks and finish cleaning the hulls. Walnuts are used in all kinds of American food. The trees are planted commercially for food, nuts, also planted commercially for timber, because walnut timber is very valuable. It creates a high polish, it's easily worked and long lasting. And the walnut tree is one of the most prolific trees around us and will grow almost anywhere, but it puts down a deep taproot. You can push maples and cedar trees over with a tractor, a bulldozer, but you don't push over walnut trees. They have a taproot that goes many feet down into the earth. The walnut has many uses. The husks can be used and are used commercially as abrasives. The nut meat is food. The broken shells can be used as fuel. The wood is good timber and good fuel. And walnut trees, black walnuts, can grow. The largest one in America is a little over 8 feet across the stump. 8 feet, more than 100 feet tall. The commercial uses for walnuts does not stop with that. The walnut husks provide dye and have for years, centuries. And besides that, most people don't realize, but the black walnut tree can be tapped and drained of juice in the spring, exactly like sugar maples, and you can have syrup, which doesn't taste quite like sugar maples. It tastes like walnut syrup, and can be drunk just like it is, or processed into walnut syrup. The nut meats can be eaten right out of the shell. I'm eating one right now. Or they can be put in almost any food: salads, pastries, candies, ice cream. And someone told me, oh, but aren't they bitter? No, they are not bitter. They're very, very delightful flavor and delicious. The husk of the walnut, the hull of the walnut, is too hard to break with your teeth. Like an English walnut, you can break with teeth. But once you get into it, you have a treasure, and the food will keep you alive. That is your nature lesson for today. Black walnuts. If you're hungry, all you have to do in Virginia is step out your door and you will find them. That's their nature lesson.